Hi! Hello! Howdy! Welcome back to Let's Play Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4. So, after lesson time's kookiness, we're going to mellow down by talking to an old lady. Yeah, we're talking to death today. If it makes you feel better, tomorrow we're doing the dungeon. Just, the guide works out this way. I'm trying to think if there's any requests or anything I need to take, but I don't think there is. Honestly, if there is, I could just fix it later. I'll have time in the schedule. So anyway, actually, let me real quickly check, because I know I had to get a quest from Tomoe. Bring her a sample of Culurium. Let me real quickly check if that's in the new dungeon. No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, and then this is... Yeah, I have to turn all these in, that's right. I'm silly. I'm very silly for forgetting that. I probably need to... Sorry. It just occurred to me, I also need to, I probably need to sell all the stuff I got from the secret laboratory run again. I kind of forgot about all that. Whatever. We'll deal with that tomorrow. I was lying to you. Oh no.
I'm not really death.
You don't say, because that's not how the Death Arcana works anyways. I did wish that he would die. And so, he died for me. That's what I wanted to think. I thought that maybe that would be proof that he still loved me. I didn't want to accept that he had died all by himself, not remembering me, leaving me behind. I don't understand. I'm just saying that because I'm a dumb teenager. I loved him for almost all my life. Hisano smiles gently. I guess she likes that response for whatever reason. Whatever.
But the truth is, I don't have any special powers like that. I'm not death. Just another boring human being.
Wow. Cringe.
Waiting for a miracle that never came. Before I knew it, I was wishing death on the one person I loved most in the world. I was lonely, forgotten, and loving, being loved. All that is what goes into making us human.
Even if he did forget me in the end, the lives we spent together were proof of our dedication to each other. I feel a little paranoid that I'm not blocking out sound well enough. So I apologize if there's any background noise. My boyfriend is literally like a few feet away playing the new Mario and Luigi game, and I don't have a better way to block the sound. I'm trying not to say this too loudly because I don't want him to be self-conscious. His love for me was never a lie. All those letters are proof. I just didn't get it.
But it's too late now, isn't it?
Yeah. No it isn't actually. Let's lie. Let's lie! Perhaps you're right. I think I'll try living as the Hisano he loved once more. Hisano smiles gently. Fuck. Everyone and their dog is trying to interrupt me, by which I mean I have to take a phone call. Uno momento. You know, I think uno momento is actually an overly literal translation, and it probably should just be un momento. Because I think it's like one moment is just weirder than saying a moment, but whatever. The spark has returned to Hisano's eyes. It seems you were able to give Hisano some support. Hooray. I'm being glib. This is not the worst social link. I don't know. It's never been like it's never been one I really remember, you know? The old lady social link has reached level 9. Blah, 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 whatever.
The man I loved is gone. I can't ignore that fact any longer. I need to face the truth head on.
I don't think you were ignoring that fact. If anything, whatever.
I want to see you again.
You left Hisano and went home. I don't really agree with her that she was ignoring it or that there was a truth she was denying. I guess it was more that she was living in a falsity than that to me. Also, new sad music. I actually kind of like it more than the original theme. I do actually. It's a little more somber because you're never gonna see Dojima and Nanako ever again, huh? Anyways, tonight we could do whatever we want. I could go fishing, or I could skip doing that shit, Lamau. It's quicker and easier to just build a model or do something like that. It's not build a model. Is it make envelopes? Yeah. Okay. Make envelopes. I mean, I don't need to max diligence, but the sooner I do it, the sooner I can stop saying I don't need to max diligence. Whatever. Oh my god. Suck it up and keep at it. You silently words to successfully achieve your goal. Hooray. Hooray! We did it. We did our little doldrum task. Okay, so... Actually, was the extracurricular activities that I accepted, was that actually the one I did already? I don't remember. Whatever. Let me talk to her anyways. It got cold really quickly this year. Remember to wear extra layers so you don't get sick. But ladies, it's no good to wear warm-ups under your skirts. Why? Because no one can see your legs. That was a joke. Just my way of reminding you all to wear your school uniforms. Got it? Why don't I incorporate this cold weather into a geography question for you guys? I'll pick you, Abi-kun, since you don't even button the front of your uniform in cold weather. Called the fuck out. The North or the South Pole? Which one is colder? The South is my guess. I was right! Yay, South Pole. How'd you know? Did you see it on TV or something? Anyway, you're right. The South Pole is colder. The South Pole is in Antarctica, which is a landmass. Hence, snow accumulates, resulting in elevation changes. The difference between their lowest temperatures is about 30 degrees Celsius. Brr. That's cold. Who's cold just saying it? Ugh. I actually do have a legit chill from that. In addition, the snowy mountains create a wind chill, which makes the sensible temperature drop even further. Sensible temperature drop. Whatever. Don't assume it gets warmer as you go south. The weather is dictated by a region's geographical features. Now, please get out your textbooks. Let's go over the... You gave the correct answer. That didn't matter. Can that knowledge please change into diligence? That reminds me, I'm playing Metaphor, and like one of the nice things about that game... Excuse me. Metaphor Refantasio. One of the nice things about that game is that when you max a social stat, if you get any more points in that social stat, it will just translate into... not money, but it translates into the secondary currency in that game. And I mean, it's not a lot, but it is kind of nice, you know? It's like, it's basically like, it's more the thought than anything else to me, you know? Like, the fact that I'm even getting something for you know, I have max knowledge or whatever, and I'm still getting something for it, but whatever. Okay, I haven't done this. I'm starting to suspect I haven't done any of these quests. I'm wondering why that is, actually. I should actually look up where the quest givers are. Fuck. I didn't do this. Acquire crystal ball. Classroom 3F. Alright. I didn't know there was a teacher on the 3rd floor. I feel very silly for not remembering any of this. In my defense, I've taken many a hiatus. Yay! That's a lot of fucking money. Alright, so I did do these quests. I just need to hunt down the quest givers. Find coal. Desk refurbishing. High-speed gear. Okay. Alright. There's someone else here. School president, classroom 3F. Is it you? No. Is it gonna be you at the end here? No. Can the class president please just have some identifying quality about them? Is it you all the way at the end? No, you're an old man. Oh, you're the principal. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. Is this a social stat? Oh, diligence! Fuck yes! We did it, finally! Okay, I don't need it. I don't need it. Whatever. I mean, I would have done this regardless, but that's a nice little, that's a nice little reward, I guess. Now, oh, what am I doing? I should show off the max stats. The wonderful, perfect stats of mine. I'm so socially perfect in every way. Let's look. Let's look. Look at that. It's all orange. Orange, you glad I didn't play this game? We have fun here. Let's move on. Okay, who is it that wants the thing? I know I need to give the Cole and Twin the thing, and then, yeah, that's refurbishing. I don't even see what you gave me, and frankly, it's probably better that way. I think she's on the second floor, I want to say. Let's just go up. I'm gonna get the quest item for the teacher off screen. I do not feel like making you guys sit through me going through, well, I don't feel like making you guys sit through me going through Void Quest again. It's genuinely not worth the intrigue is dead with that one, let's say. Anyways. I kind of just want to start the next dungeon. Kind of want to be able to start referring to it by name soon. I can't wait to start talking about this dungeon. I don't know. Is it you? Yeah, I should be reading this. I don't give a shit. Alright, we just have to turn in the coal and then that's it. Oh, we have to also go to Daidara. Oh, we're such a busy little beaver. Did you know busy beaver is slang for wet pussy? It's actually not, I just made that up. But you believed it. And because you believed it, I've thoroughly trolled you. Wow. 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 Okay. I'm just trying to take up the dead air. Is it you, old man? Yay. 40,000 yen. So much fucking money. Alright, let's go to Daidara. I doubt there's going to be much I'll want to buy. I just want to sell things more than anything else. I mean, it's not like money's even an issue. Okay, I already mailed something. I almost walked past it. Alrighty. So. Hopefully we don't have to sit here for 9 years. 9 years it is. Vidar, come on, okay, whatever. Luddy Kun, can I flip an option to say if it's ever a Yosuke or Teddy thing, I don't care? Can I just tell you now? Typhoon Claw, God, I'm so excited to use the character who I hate. Goodness. Come on. Oh my god, please. Sometime today. Divine Blouse could be good, okay. This we didn't get too much. Let's look at Conchi first, because Conchi probably could use an upgrade. Hell yeah, that's really good. That's just a vertical upgrade at that point. As opposed to the horizontal upgrades. I mean, that is actually a thing that people say, but whatever. I just kind of can't justify switching. It's barely an improvement, and the all ailments thing is a little nice. Okay, Divine Blouse, I'm just gonna take a wild guess. Conchi can't equip it. Oh my god. Yeah, it's Yukiko. Why would I want that? Naoto, I don't agree with you having access to this, but whatever. Yeah, I can't. It was also a Talisman Cape. I don't know why I bothered checking. Whatever. So yeah. Let's make a hard save and then let's enter the dungeon just in case I don't know, I don't usually do this, but I don't know, just for the fuck of it. Just to feel something. I have a lot of money, so I'm not worried about SP management. I'm more concerned that, like, I'm forgetting something important. I have no idea what I could possibly be forgetting that would be important in this game, but whatever. Oh, requests, actually. They usually wouldn't do the next dungeon already. Here, let me go to Junessa and let's scroll down this text document. It's not a text document, it's actually... Yeah, the next set of quests only open up on, like, November 22nd. I'm not forgetting anything. I mean, there was the teacher one, but I'll do that eventually. I'll be fine. And he dead now. Gang's all here. So how about the Mets? I don't know. I am kind of looking forward to this dungeon. Now that I'm Naoto, it's going to be nice to be able to go through new content with all the party members I want.
Look at this thick fog.
Does this have something to do with all the fuss about the fog lately?
Something's weird in here. I think all the commotion in town has been affecting this world too.
Well, we need to hurry now. Rise, can you tell which direction Nanako-chan is in?
I sense her that way.
The way she says not pointing.
Wow, what's this warm feeling?
Piss?
Senpai, we need to save her. Let's go!
Oh my god, it's the floating continent.
This is Nanako-chan's?
This is Zonus? Have to. You have to. I'm sorry. I am legally obligated.
It's so beautiful. It's like a storybook vision of heaven.
Like heaven, huh? Deep down, Nanako-chan must really miss her.
I'm sure she does. She's only a child.
In her heart of hearts, Nanako seems to have missed her deceased mother.
We have to do everything in our power to rescue her.
I'll need all of you just to lie. I like lying.
Of course! We're gonna rescue Nana-chan no matter what!
Okay.
We can find Namatame later and give him what's coming to him then. First, we need to rescue Nanako-chan.
Alright. So anyways, I love this dungeon just for its music track. The dungeon itself is whatever. I mean, as every Persona 4 dungeon is, you know what I mean? It's okay. It's fine. Waiting for her big bro. You know, Yukiko, don't say that shit to me. Yeah, he's not wrong. There you are, jeez. Hiding in plain sight. Anyways. Bye, everyone else. Have fun killing each other out of hatred, because you all hate each other. It's so quiet and peaceful, but what's this bad feeling I'm getting? Nanako-chan, just hang in there. We'll save you. I love this fucking music track, man. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm letting it play first. Damn it, I wanted to avoid enemies so I can let it play all the way. Whatever. The song fucks. It's the best, like, dungeon theme in the game by far. Although I do like one of the other dungeon themes a little bit less than it, but still. Perpetual Sands, weak to fire. Prime Magus, weak to nothing. You know what you're weak to? Getting hit. Oh, whoops. Here we go. Oh, okay. No, I'm not owned. Oh, okay, cool. That's what I like to call Naoto Super 2. because that's Naoto's second super in Persona 5.
It's quite tenacious.
Ah, shit! Ah, fuck. I'm sorry, I've been playing Metaphor, and in Metaphor you press triangle to use your skills. It's really difficult to juggle multiple, like, of these types of games, okay? Can you forgive me?
It's quite tenacious.
The way they walk. Whatever. This time for sure, okay. This time for sure.
Come on, this fight's not over. Hear me,
It's kind of crazy that I still don't have Conchi's Max Persona yet. I mean, I've said it before, I do prefer the base Persona design more anyways. But I would like to get Evade Wind. Does he get Evade Wind? I'm pretty sure he does. Maybe he doesn't even, maybe he gets rid of his wind weakness. I don't remember. One thing I want to note about this track, by the way, for whatever fucking reason, I think I pointed this out in the Catherine Let's Play. I am so going back for items. I want to grind. I think I pointed this out in the Catherine Let's Play. I don't remember. It's been, that Catherine Let's Play is like a fucking mental block in my brain at this point. But there is a version of this song that is unique to that game, I think. And you can find it in the jukebox, and you can play it. It's very good. It's almost better than the one that's in the game. Actually, it might be, depending on the day. I haven't heard it in a while. I do like the sultry forlornness of it all. Why am I not using Megidola? Someone tell me that. Okay. I'm sorry, I want you to know I don't care in the most plain way possible. Okay. Cool. So anyways, I guess since I mentioned it earlier, I will... This is the part of the video where I talk about how I played Metaphor. I'm close to being done with it. I, knock on wood, think I'm at the final dungeon. Or at the very least about to start it. Let me put it this way. I'm in September, and I'm at the end of September. You know, that like anyone who's played the game, or will play the game... I will play the game. Anyone who's played the game knows where that is relative to the plot, and like, I've unlocked all the social links, I've maxed most of them, I only have a handful left I need to finish, and they're all like rank 8, or they go up to 8 ranks, so they're all like rank 4 or higher, except the last party member, who I won't name, because it's a mild spoiler. Mild meaning that I think it's pretty obvious to tell when that character is gonna... Like, that character is a party member and will join you. But whatever. Oh my god, I keep missing. I am not doing very well this time, but it's fine. Here we go. Miragian will obliterate you. I don't have an extremely solid opinion on it yet, but I will say I am simultaneously pleasantly surprised and massively disappointed. I guess it's like the gameplay was pleasantly surprising. I think there's some things that it falls short in. I really don't like how it does press turn. I really think the job system could go further, and probably should, to be honest. Because as it is right now, I think it's interesting, but it is very... The good classes are good, and you never want to use the bad ones. There's no reason to, you know? Like, and I know that sounds redundant, but like, think of like Final Fantasy V. Like think about like Ranger. Ranger has one of the best skills in the entire game in it, and you're never going to find out if you don't use it. Same with like, you know, Red Mage. I think you could make the argument Red Mage is good to use by itself, but if you really want to optimally play the game, you want Red Mage so you can get dual cast. And then Blue Magic is really good, even if maybe maining as a Blue Mage isn't. And I mean, at the end of the day, you really want to make everyone either a Freelancer or a Mimic by the end of the game. It's like, you're really incentivized to explore that job system, if you ask me. And I really don't feel that in Metaphor. I don't really feel like getting into how the job system works. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. It feels very limited, and limited in the sense that it doesn't go far enough. And then the plot has just been a fucking deep descent in quality ever since the first like 10 hours passed. Which, hey, if that sounds familiar, welcome to Persona 5 again. I don't know. I mean, I really did like the first dungeon or two a lot. I don't even remember what the second dungeon was. Oh no, I do now. It's Strega Claw. That's interesting. I did like it. I really love one of the party members. I won't say which party member it is. All I will say is that it is the party member that you get that it occupies the 4th slot. Like, naturally in the game. Oh, one moment. Oh, I have to leave for a moment. I'll see you all in 9 years. Well, approximately 17 days later, we're back. Feels like I'm gonna probably take like 700 billion segments to finish this dungeon, but it's okay. I do kind of want to have an excuse to grind. I'm already doing fine on levels. I want to become super fine. I don't know. You and your Maragi. You and your Agidai. Yeah. I probably shouldn't rush against these enemies because that reduces the chance. Well, it doesn't just reduce. Okay. Alright. That was a bad idea. That's what I get for rushing. I was gonna say I shouldn't rush because that means I can't get follow-up attacks whenever I crit. So, again, that's what I get for rushing. Does Blessed Hands not work? Actually, no, that was Blessed Hands at work, I think. Maybe it wasn't, I don't know. But, impatience, etc. Oh yeah, I was talking about Metaphor before I left. So, Metaphor is terrible, don't play it. All jokes aside, I don't know, I just don't really like the plot. Specifically in the sense of, like, I don't like the writing. A lot of the writing really just feels, like, haphazard in terms of, like, why is this character here? Why does this character think this? How come nobody thought of X? You know, etc., etc. And it's like, you could really feel... I love how I said I'm not gonna rush and then I start rushing. It's one of those things where it's like you could really feel like, okay, the writer just wanted this situation to happen by any means necessary. Oh my god, please. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you need to be able to justify it, you know, like, if you're going to... Oh my god, this guy's the most evasive motherfucker on Earth. I really don't like these enemies so far. Specifically just the Prime Maguses. But yeah, it's just very haphazard writing, very inconsistent in my opinion. It really... What was that? something? It just really doesn't work for me on a lot of levels, and there's been a lot of moments where I've just been like, what the fuck? Why is that why did this happen? What did you do this for? You know, like, you introduce this, like, plot twist, like, about a character, and then, like, in the same hour you're killing off that character, you know what I mean? Like, that type of thing. It's like, what was the fucking point of all that, you know? I don't know, it's a very confounding situation, because it's like, there is genuinely an interesting premise, I would say, maybe. And there's a lot you could do with it, but I think it plays it a little too damn straight. And it feels a little unexplored in a lot of interesting ways. And it's playing the Divine Right of Kings way too straight. In terms of just, like, Divine Right of Kings equals morally pure. I don't know. And I feel like there's one plot twist that, like... It feels like most of the plot twists are kind of just, like, orchestrated in a way where you're not meant to be able to meaningfully guess them without just taking huge leaps in logic. You know what I mean? So, that's fine in and of itself on some level, but it's more annoying because it's like, okay, well, I don't feel anything now. This doesn't feel very earned, you know? Whatever. Here, it doesn't matter if I get a crit now, because, yeah. I don't know, like... I'm really picky about it, because it's like, I really do like some of the characters, but then some of the other characters I just don't give a shit about. Like, it's very lopsided for me in a weird way. Like, I love some of these characters, but then some of them I just don't care. I don't know. I would still say I enjoy the game. I'm debating to what extent I actually am enjoying the game, because, like, I am kind of just, like, fucked off from the plot at this point, and dungeon exploring has a lot of limitations in the sense that, like the social sim elements combined with that really flop hard, in my opinion. I'm actually not gonna play this thing. That's another thing. The social sim management stuff is so dumbed down this time around for Metaphor. Like, basically, everyone will rank up their social link the second that you, like, can do it, you know? And that in and of itself isn't bad on paper. But it really means that you really don't have to give a shit about what you say. You don't have to have any prep for, like, oh, I'm hanging out with, you know, Yukiko today. You know what I mean? It's like, some aspects of this Persona gameplay, I think, have not necessarily been the best. I don't love having to refer to a guide. You know what I mean? I don't love being married to a guide anytime I play these games. I really don't like that. It feels like a lot of the social links, you have to, like, just appeal to their own, like, immediacy in terms of their senses. Like, oh, Yosuke feels insecure about this. Let's reinforce his blah, 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 even though that's unhelpful or something. I'm being really vague because I can't think of a specific answer. I don't know. But now it's just like, oh, your answers don't matter in general. And it's just like, it kind of takes me out of it a bit. I don't know. Like, when I started noticing my answers not mattering really made me not invest in the situation. I don't know. It became all about, like, is this situation compelling in the first place? And if it's not, then what's the point? And to be honest, a lot of the social links kind of suck. There's one social link in particular that is just god-awfully shitty. Because, like, you go from learning about someone's mother in the social link to the literal same social link. Oh my god, my mother is dead. It's like, what the fuck? Pace it out a little. You know, like restrain yourself a little bit. I don't know. It's just... And, like, I want to be clear, that's, like, rank 3 of that social link. So, I don't know. Just... I have a lot of nitpicks, and then my nitpicks are actually not nitpicks. You know what I mean? I don't know how to put it. Like, I have nitpicks, and then I have not picks. I don't know what you would say the opposite of a nitpick is. I don't know. It just... It's weird to say this, but I think Persona 4's social links actually do some of them are better in the sense that it feels like I actually am still a participant in them, you know? I still think, I would say the good ones in this game are good, but I would say, like, the bad ones are really bad. I don't know. See, the thing is, I can't decide on my opinion because I haven't finished it. I haven't had time to reflect. So this is just, like, off the cuff. I've been processing, obviously, through my whole playthrough, but I've been trying to take my time, trying not to rush through it, because I don't know, I feel like I enjoy games more when I don't feel obligated to finish them by a certain time frame. I mean, ideally, I would like to finish this game before the end of the year, but I think that's a very accomplishable task, even if I take my time. I mean, look at me. It's only, like, the second week of November, and I'm already mostly done with the game. I'll be fine. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, though, you're on notice. I don't know, I'm just... I guess I'm just disappointed because I expected it to be more politically engaging. The politics of this game are very, like, good guy versus bad guy. And, like, oh, the bad guy has inherently bad politics. But us good guys, we have inherently virtuous politics. And it's just, like, it's such a rudimentary understanding of it. It's like nothing will ever be Final Fantasy 12 or Final Fantasy Tactics again. I get it. You know, I've given up on hoping for that. But can you blame me for wanting it? Can you blame me for wanting another one of those games? If you have not played Final Fantasy 12 or Final Fantasy Tactics, I implore you, if you look for political, like, shit in your games, play those. You know, and even if you don't, like, we live in a post-Disco Elysium world. Like, you're gonna have to do a little bit better you're not even, okay, I don't think you're ever gonna match the politics of Disco Elysium because that was a passion project that was made by people who were very politically, like, active and conscious and motivated, and they went out of their way to demonstrate multiple political beliefs, not just their own. I don't think you're even gonna come close to that. I get it. It's a different, like, it's not fair of me to say, why isn't this Disco Elysium? Could you at least come halfway, though? You know, like, I feel like there's no... I had this problem when I was playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's something I I more acutely honed in on. Oh wait, Rakukaja? Yeah, let's get rid of Rakukaja. What am I doing? I'm not going to be using it. I have my Rakukaja. So anyways, as I was saying, one thing I keenly honed in on is it doesn't feel like the politics are tangibly coherent. Or at the very least, like, there's no immediate ideas there. There's just rhetoric. So, this is something that happens in Final Fantasy VII Remake with Barrett. Barrett is super anti... he instead of saying anti, let me say, he's pro-conservation. But to what end? He's pro-alternative energy because he believes Mako is killing the world, which he's right about, but what is his proposed alternative? You know, these are things that this character in-universe would be knowing an answer to. Would be knowing an answer to. That was weirdly phrased, whatever. It's just like, I don't feel like Barrett not, like, you know, okay. Original Final Fantasy VII, I can understand why they didn't necessarily put the time to say, okay, Barrett thinks we should all switch to solar energy or whatever. You know, Barrett thinks that hydroelectric energy is the future. Okay, I get why maybe you didn't write that in. Maybe you didn't consider it, or maybe just there was limitations. Final Fantasy VII was definitely a game bursting at the seams with content. And it really pushed the medium forward. I get that, but this is Final Fantasy VII Remake, and you have so much you can add. You know what I mean? I'll go back for it. Sorry, I'm taking my time with this. You have so much you can add in Final Fantasy VII Remake in terms of characterization. Give Barrett some coherent politics. You know, maybe say, like, okay, maybe he doesn't have to have anything about, like, conservation. Maybe you could just have him more eloquently. Okay, maybe not eloquently, because that is kind of not Barrett's thing. I'm just saying, like, have him think out his political ideology a bit more and say it a bit more, like, lucidly. I don't know, it's just like being so against Shinra is one thing, but it's like he should be, if you're just making him out to be this super, like, eco-terrorist without having any other politics, it's like, who is this character? You know, like, who is this character? I don't get it. Like, I say this, I love Barrett. Or at the very least, he's, like, one of the best characters in that cast. So I'm not, like, saying, oh man, I can't stand Barrett. I'm saying this from the point of view of, like, I like Barrett a lot. I want to like him more. I want to have this character fleshed out more. And you didn't do it. So now we're looking at metaphor. It's like, okay, you know, the antagonist is hinting at this idea of meritocracy, but then he's not really explaining it further. I don't want to risk this. You know what I mean? Like, he's not explaining in what capacity he believes in it. And he's not, like, giving, like, coherent politics beyond, I am powerful, therefore I think power should rule. You know? And it's like, okay, what does that translate to in terms of, like, your foreign policy? And, okay, I'm not necessarily saying, like, I'm not going to bust out the J.R.R. Martin, like, you know, what does the orc think about taxation quote, or whatever it is. I don't know the exact quote off the top of my head. I know people complain about that, but it is also prescient in the sense that, like, if you're going to have a political game, you need to have politics. You know what I mean? You can't just call yourself political and then fail to adequately have politics. Because at that point, then you're not political. You're just a fucking a Saturday night drama. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's more that we could expect from games in this day and age. Especially considering Final Fantasy Tactics had such interesting and layered and nuanced politics. And it was not only a game from 1999, it was a spin-off of a main series, like, game. Or it was like a spin-off of a Final Fantasy series game. That's phrase weird. It was a spin-off from Final Fantasy. And you know that spin-offs usually don't get as much time in the oven or attention. Although I think Final Fantasy Tactics might be a bit of an exception, so maybe I'm defeating my own point. The point I'm getting at, though, is that, like, I don't know. Like, again, like Final Fantasy 12, I had coherent politics. Hell, even fucking Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel had coherent politics. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there needs to be, like, politics in your political game, or why even have that, like, framing device? So that really bugs me. It bugs me a lot more than I think it bugs everyone else, because I don't see enough people complaining about this, where I get the sense that maybe it's just me, but, like, even Persona 5, even Persona 5, which is Frozen Rose, even Persona 5 had more coherent politics, because I guess this is kind of spoilers for when I eventually play it, but I can tell you that anyways, eventually, you know, when we get to Persona 5, all I can say is that there is a political antagonist in that game, and his politics are briefly mentioned, but they are at least a little more coherent. They're kind of on the same level as Metaphor's antagonist, but at least, like, Persona 5, it's like, you have more of an excuse, I guess, because, like, it's not a political game. Or, okay, it's not a game where politics is front and center. It's more a game where, like, there could be political themes and messages, but it is more about a lot of different things, you know? If it's political, it's more in themes than it is over explicit messaging, you know what I mean? So I can forgive it there. And it's like, everything is political, don't get me wrong. I want to be clear, everything is political. Every piece of art, every piece of, every museum, every piece of history that's preserved, you know, every textbook is political. Even the ones that claim not to be. Especially the ones that claim not to be. So I don't want to say that, like, you know, not having the air of politics makes you apolitical. If I say the word political one more time, I swear to God. Where is Intrepid Knight? Oh, there you are. Okay. My point is, my broader point is, I just wish it went further on its topics, you know? I just wish there was something more going on. I wish it wasn't weird to expect more from this game. Oh, cool. I don't know what to do. Hear about this. Double checking, does the Intrepid Knight, it does not resist fire in any capacity. Awesome. I don't know, I hope that makes some amount of sense to someone. I feel like it comes off as a certain nitpick to certain people, but I really do strongly feel that way about this game. And it's part of what's really kept me away from loving it. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like there's just a lack of furthered ideas in it. And okay, you're that type of boss. Well, not boss, enemy. I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, I do truly mean this. And I'm not trying to just pick apart the game, because there was a point in time when I was really enjoying the game. Like, to the point where, like, oh, fuck, this might be my game of the year. And now it's most certainly not. It is most certainly not. Are you weak? You're not weak, but, oh, you don't resist Bufu either. Let's get this shit done before you attack. I don't know. I feel like I'm being coherent about this, so I don't know why I feel this need to, like, double back and be like, oh shit, you understand what I mean? I don't know. I guess I just wish that, like, this setting was utilized more, this premise was utilized better, the plot was better written. A lot, you know? I was hoping you'd get dizzy. Are we dead? Do you block physical? You resist it. Okay, this is bad. This is bad. Do I have an item? I don't want to use physical mirrors, because that is not good. 50 points. Do I have anything higher? Alright. We're using it. I just don't want to die, because I have a feeling Power Charged Virus Wave would really fuck me up at this point. So, yeah, I'm avoiding that enemy going forward. I don't know. I think beyond the problems with Metaphor, I also just have an issue with, like... This sounds really specific, so forgive me, but, I don't like that dungeons don't have an identifiable, like... The enemy range the enemy level range is like 20 to 23 here. Oh, the enemy level here is like 30 to 35, you know? Like, oh yeah, I have to read this. I can definitely sense Nanako-chan's presence here. But, how do I put this? Something feels weird. This place really did come from Nanako-chan's heart, right? Then why does something feel off? Whatever. Foreshadowing. Is this gonna be a cutscene? No. For some reason I thought it would be, but it's not. I don't know. Like, I ran into this issue twice, if not more times that I can remember, but I think it was only twice, where like I was going to do the side quests and shit before a main dungeon, because the way this game works is that long story short, like there's always a main dungeon you need to explore, but then there's like various smaller like 1 to 2 floor dungeons, or sometimes more than 2 floors, whatever. Like the smaller dungeons that usually take less time, well, always take less time, that you can go through. And my thing is, I usually do those first because it's like, okay, the main dungeon is probably going to be the one I need the most preparation for, and the story boss, I would rather, you know, I would rather have all the experience I can have for it and be as prepared as possible, because that's what makes sense to me in my mind. Also, just logically speaking, the story dungeon should be the hardest one, because side dungeons should not be harder than the main dungeon at the time, right? Are you with me? Okay, so you're gonna fall into the same trap I did then, because there's twice now I've had a situation where a side dungeon has been harder and higher leveled than the main dungeon of that same time, and it's basically been without warning. There's very vague like rankings that you can look at that are like, oh, I guess this dungeon has a different ranking than this main dungeon, so I should do it later. But it's like you'd have to basically, there's no, I'm trying to think how to phrase it. You're making a leap in logic to say that, in my opinion. And more importantly, it should not be such a vast gulf of a difference. Because twice I had this problem where I went into a side dungeon, I was vastly underleveled and basically had to deal with a bunch of grinding just to deal with the boss there. And it was just such an annoying piece of shit to deal with. And it felt like I had been punished for making no, like, wrong choices or, like, mistakes, you know? I don't know. I also just, I mentioned this, I think, before I left, briefly, before the split, let's say, and, I don't like how it handles press turn. I guess it's not necessarily press turn. I don't like that you can, it's hard to, see, this is a part of the opinion that's really hard to, like, really formulate my thoughts on, because I don't exactly know what to say, like, how to say what I want to say, you know? I guess let me just try the rough draft version. I think that the press turn system is not handled well in this game compared to other games, because I don't like that it feels so, I don't know how to say this, like, I'm sorry if this is frustrating to hear, but I don't know what to say, really. Like, I feel like there's too much incentive on, no, that's not what I mean. I don't know, I guess what I'm saying is I have a grievance, I was gonna say grievance, a grievance with how the press turn system is handled, and I'm not really sure how I would verbalize it. I will say it's related to the fact that you could just retry battles over and over again. Like, there's a function, literally, if you press L3 in a battle, you can just start it over from the very beginning, and this is so abusable to the point where, like, you can change how a battle starts. Like, if an enemy has the advantage, you can just re-roll in hope that they miss or hit a counter or something. I don't know, it's just I think it's a band-aid solution, because, like, it genuinely feels so incredibly punishing to start with enemy advantages. I do like the overworld, like, pseudo-action JRPG type gameplay where you have to actually, like, knock out enemies to get the advantage. You have to avoid their attacks so they don't get the advantage. I don't know. I also just dislike how, I don't know how to say what I want to say. I don't like how the boss fights are structured in a certain way, and it ties into a mechanic called bad weather. I don't know. I have a lot of thinking I need to do about this, because I'm not 100% on how I feel. And I really need to sort it out. You know what I mean? Oh. Oops. Deary. Can I see, please, what they're weak to? Okay, here we go. I fucking hate fandom. Please? There we go. Okay, there we go. So they're weak to elect, but it's not a weakness. It's just 300% damage. Awesome. Whatever. I guess that's kind of all I have to really say. I don't know. They're also not weak to fire. You know, you're not weak to. You're not resistant to dying. I'm gonna kill you. I don't know. I know that what I've said has kind of just been like a bunch of rambling bullshit that's not structured. But again, I feel confident in not being. I feel confident in not being confident. Let me put it that way. God damn. I don't know. I'm open-minded. Maybe I can change my mind. I want to like the game more than I do, but I just can't really. I've been really frustrated with a lot of plot elements that have happened in the game. And just generally speaking, I feel very disappointed in that it feels like the game did not deliver on its premise in the way that I feel it needed to be satisfying. Well, it's not going in an interesting way. Let me put it that way. And I genuinely feel like there's just been a failure of writing. I feel like the writing is maybe the least consistent in metaphor compared to any other game that I played like in that style. There's only one treasure chest. Let's go for it. I'm gonna say it like I hate the writing in Persona 4, but it's consistent. If that makes sense, I don't know. It has a consistent theme and narrative it's pushing, and ideas and themes are very consistent within it. I just don't like those themes and ideas, I guess, is the way I would put it. What did we do again? Ice. So that's where I'm coming from. Like, in many ways, I've kind of, like, weirdly begun to appreciate Persona 4 in a way. I don't like it, obviously. Let's be clear. I don't like this game still. But I can appreciate that it's more sure of itself. I don't know. It's more sure of what it's trying to effectively communicate at any given time, and it knows how it's doing it. It's just that I don't like the conclusions that it reaches, especially when they're rooted in transmisogyny, homophobia, transphobia, and misogyny. You know, like that's the problem, really. So when I say I don't like the writing, it's more from that angle. But at least it's consistent. But when I say I don't like the writing and metaphor, it's more from the angle of like, this is a rough draft of a script. And it feels like it needed more workshopping, more editing, more time in the oven. Just generally speaking, more tuning up, and it didn't get that. There is a very pregnantly lack of dungeon. It's a good thing we're nearing the end of the segment, because I am running out of ways to speak. I guess there's a very pregnant dungeon missing. A very pregnant dungeon mission. What does it even mean, the word pregnant? There is a dungeon missing from the game, it feels like. And it feels very noticeable because of the I don't know. I can't really say it without spoiling anything, and I don't want to spoil metaphor because it's only been out for about a month. Fuck me. I don't know. I feel like the script has really failed in a profound way for me, and I feel like again, it's 2024. We have seen Atlas do better in Persona 5 of all fucking things. I still love Persona 5. I won't lie. I won't pretend. I still love Persona 5 even when it's with its massive failures and its haphazard script. I still love it. And I can't say I love Metaphor. I've enjoyed my time with it. I'm not especially like I don't have a lot that I like about its script. I like some of its characters. You know, let's say that. You stop that.
Oh, this isn't good.
I don't know. I hope I've made at least a little sense. And nothing else, I still like the game, unless there's like a huge fuck up at the end. Like Chrono Cross level fuck up. Unless there's something like that at the end, I think it will still be a good, like, I will still say it's like probably a 3.5 out of 5. Maybe less. I don't know. It's hard to say for sure, but I don't know. It's one of those games that's cursed by being not good as its predecessors, you know? It is effectively a Persona game, and in that sense, it does have to live up to the Persona games. At least I liked it more than Reload. You know, the bar is not very high with that one, but I can say it. I can say it and be truthful and honest about it. I like it more than Reload, because Reload was just a fucking mangling of Persona 3. So, anyways, I'm gonna, after this enemy, I'm gonna go to the next floor, and then I'm gonna go back. 4 floors in the dungeon isn't, well, actually 3 floors, because we didn't do the 4th one. Whatever, 3 floors in the dungeon isn't great, but I guess I didn't have a lot of time, because I had more stuff to do in the overworld than I remembered. I don't know. This dungeon is kind of kicking my ass a bit right now, but it's fine. Thor's kind of kicking his ass. I didn't do the right voice for that, but whatever. I love that record now. Anyways, suck my dick from the back. Please die.
Someone finish this one off.
Thank you. I wonder how much the fox is gonna charge me. I would be curious about that. I mean, again, I'm doing so fine on money. I don't give a shit. My day be so fine, then boom, fox charge for SP. That's not funny. That's not even a recent meme anymore. That meme is from like 1933. Wow. Well, at least we got changing color. Whoa, I can hear her. This must be Nanako-chan's voice. She's saying something, but it's too quiet to make out. Senpai, please find where the voice is coming from. Not now. Not now. I'm just gonna use it to go home. Actually, do I have Traisto? Do I have Traisto? Hi? I do! Just enough SP for Traisto. Oh, man. That could not have worked out better. Actually, it could have worked out better. I could have gotten free money forever. Whatever. I probably should do some Velvet Room shenanigans, but I just don't fucking feel like it, especially knowing that I don't even have maximum personas in my inventory. Right? Right? I forgot, was I holding out for any persona? If I was, I don't remember. Yeah, I still have personas I could add, so. Yeah. I probably am holding out for a persona looking at Suki, but whatever. How much are you gonna charge me? First, let's pat your head. Yay. Okay, how much are you gonna charge? Oh my god, that is nothing. Oh my god, that is nothing. Honestly, even if it was another 0 at the end, it would still be kind of nothing. Actually, it wouldn't be nothing, but it would be still, like, fine. Oh, whatever. Hi, can I save? Well, next time we'll probably get through a large chunk of the dungeon. Probably not complete it, though. Or not. Who knows? The future is left up to fate and myself. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, I'll see you next time.